Hey guys, it's 4:51. I'm on the way to the gym now. I just decided to do a little short and quick um, video blog on the topic of Pragnan. Okay, um, I want to talk about. Okay, I'm going to cover one topic about Pragnan, okay? A lot of people, there's a lot of information on the internet about Pragnan, but there isn't really many, or if any, that I know of, published documentation on this DEVA, on Pragnan. As you know, Pragnan worship is a very carefully guarded secret for those people who know how to pray to Ngan. And in my opinion, I'm going to be really honest about it, but Pragnan worship Pragnan actually is actually a DEVA. He's not a spirit. He's a higher level spiritual entity, so to speak. There are many types of Pragnans, okay? Sometimes you read on the internet, you read information about how, they wrap Pragnan BUCHAs, yeah? In female menstrual fluid, and they use blood and all different types of uncanny, alternative, and quite disturbing ways of praying to Ngan, or to empower the Pragnan BUCHA. I use the word BUCHA because a BUCHA is actually a statue, a really small statue actually, dating back, if you were to trace the history of Pragnan back to the Ayutthaya period, right? They were actually very small statues, BUCHAs, about 3 inches to 5 inches tall, and on the internet you'll read a lot of stuff about how you have Prachai Pragnan, you have Ajan Pragnan, you have NGANG, you've got Botak Ngan, all kinds of Ngans, Popper Ngan. There are different kind of Ngans in actuality, okay, and they all have different functions, they all have different capacities and power. So not all Ngans are the same. This is something you have to understand. And it's really surprising that Singaporeans in general, they know quite a little bit about Pragnans. Your typical Pragnan devotee who is not too well informed about about Pragnan. So sometimes when people talk, hey, I've got a Prachai Ngan. Now, in most cases, from people that I've spoken to, right, Pragnan enthusiasts or collectors, there are two things, right? The Pragnan BUCHA is man-made, okay? Whether you like it or not, it's man-made. And BUCHAs are man-made, even during the Ayutthaya period, okay? Ayutthaya Ngans, they're man-made, it's not something that fell from the sky, right? But it's the actual DEVA inside that counts. So, for those people who know more about Ngan, who are well versed in Ngan worship, they know that there are many different kind of Ngans, but the BUCHA is a totally different thing. So if you were to, so most people think, okay, I've got a Prachai Ngan, so they immediately assume there's a Prachai DEVA inside. Well, let me just tell you that even if you have a BUCHA that is designed in the style of a Prachai Ngan, okay, Prachai Ngan is a higher level Pangkat Pragnan, higher than an NGANG, for example, who is more of a general all-rounder. We're talking about the NGANG entity, the spiritual entity, okay? Not the BUCHA. So even if you buy a Prachai BUCHA, it may not have a Prachai NGANG inside, okay? This is what I've learned from Sifu Ajahn Nick. And so, you know, when you buy a Pragnan, you got to make sure that, well, if you're new, it's very important, right? Not to just simply buy any Pragnan that you see on the internet, because even if it looks like a Prachai, it may not have a Prachai DEVA inside. It may even have an evil spirit or an evil prize spirit inside, or it might even be empty, even if it's Ayutthaya. You know what I mean? So it's very important, right, not to talk about Prachai, Bushas or whatever. We're talking about the NGANG inside. That's why I say it's important to get a Busha that has a specific NGANG inside. Actually, some Ajahns, right, they can summon a particular NGANG into the Busha. It depends on the NGANG. Like for example, like the one that Sifu Ajahn Nick summoned for me, right? Now his NGANG, all right, his NGANG chose the NGANG for me. So my main Pragnan DEVA, all right, regardless of the Busha, the really big one that I have in the middle of my altar, right, even though it's not a Prachai NGANG, has an Ajahn NGANG inside. And this was meant for me, okay? And Ajahn summoned a NGANG inside for me. So it's not a matter of sometimes of people think, oh, I gotta have so many NGANGs and all that. Many different Pragnan masters and lineages have different ways and ideologies and perception of Pragnan. But I think what's really important really is you have a real Pragnan inside your Busha, whatever the design it is lah, okay? And sometimes the Ajahn does not have control over which NGANG goes in. It really depends, you know. It's actually quite complicated. So I think the whole point of this, you know, video blog now is just to inform you guys, when you talk about specific NGANGs, okay, you must know that there is something inside, and that can only be invited. A NGANG can only be invited inside the Busha by an Ajahn who is well versed and who has a proper Pragnan, who comes from a proper Pragnan lineage, okay, which means a Pragnan specialist. Not every Ajahn can do that, okay? This is a fact. And if I were to tell you, I mean, everybody knows in Singapore, Ajahn Nicholas Su is actually pretty famous. He does not, Sifu does not simply take in Luxits. I was very happy and surprised that he actually took in Luxits from the last Lai Crew on Y Crew on the just on the May the 20th. I'm very happy about that. That's great, yeah. And I really wish I attended, because I couldn't, because it's like my bodybuilding diet, and I was hoping that the Waiku will be held in Bangkok or Singapore or something like that, so that I can have it'll be easier for me to manage my diet. And I really it was like in a northern part of Thailand. It's quite Ulu and Kampong, and I told myself, I don't think I can do it. I really can't. I really wanted to go, and I really regret not going. And I hope the next Waiku Ajahn will organize it. I hope it will be somewhere like more urban, not so Ulu, so I can get my meals organized. Whenever I travel, I want to make sure I get my meals organized. Especially now, I'm not lean yet. I'm dieting, and I know Ajahns kind of disappointed I didn't show up, because I really wanted to go, you know. And Ajahns my first Sifu and my mentor, and he's I consider him a good friend. And Anyway, so if I were to tell you guys how, you know, I've only been with NGANG for about a year, and you know, if I were to tell you guys that Ajahn is very conservative and he's very careful who he teaches, because you know, most people don't know how to say. Most people have a lot of misconceptions about NGANG, and then therefore they think, you know, it's just like that. But for NGANG to be jalan for you, like I said, if you have, you know, if you're not doing the right things, you don't have the correct mindset, you don't have the correct spiritual foundation, I mean a good benevolent spiritual base, you won't be able to get anything out of Prajnan, honestly. And if you're not devoted enough, it's very hard to connect with Prajnan, to bond with him. Once you bond with him, you have a relationship with Prajnan, he will grant you your wishes and he will help you and make your life better. Without a connection, you can't do it. And if I were to tell you that Ajahn NGANG, the one that he made for me, yeah, that he invited for me, taught me NGANG, I think it would be very hard for you guys to understand that, because it's an intuitive thing, opens up your mind. Ajahn NGANG, my NGANG opened up my mindset. He didn't talk to me. It's more like, you know how Christians talk about how, you know, God has spoken to me, or God, they talk about how God connects with them. It's the same way with Prajnan, you know. And you have to be very devoted. You must, of course, know all the basics, you know, how to pray, what to offer, what's the important principles that you have to apply in NGANG worship. Okay, so I hope when I say this I don't offend anybody else, but if because Ajahn is my mentor, I would recommend him to anyone who wants to learn NGANG, because at the same time, Ajahn, if you're watching this, I have to tell you, you are very conservative, and Ajahn is very careful what he teaches people. Okay, but I hung on long enough, right? And because of my own effort and my devotion and passion towards Prajnan, you know, I learned NGANG because his NGANG taught me, and after NGANG opened up my inner wisdom, everything that Ajahn says to me, slowly I built a relationship with Ajahn, and he slowly released information to me, slowly, very slowly, you know, slow and steady, not too fast. Yeah, you don't want to jump into it too fast, because it's a lot of commercialism now in the spiritual world. You know, it's become a business, you know what I'm saying, guys? Yeah, right? So what's really important is you get a proper master to invite a real NGANG DEVA into your BUCHA for you, and then if you get the faith and you stay long enough and you're patient, you will be able to reap the benefits of what Prajnan can offer you. Okay, as I'm speaking this, Ajahn Nick, get your ass to Kuching in July, because well, I miss you, right? And I feel like I want to kick myself in the ass, like stick a thick go up my ass, because I didn't attend the Waiku. But I'm sorry I couldn't, Ajahn. I'm really sorry about that. I really wanted to go. I can't do it because of my diet thing. But next year I'm definitely gonna attend. Okay. Feel like fuck. I missed out on a lot, but because of my diet and everything, it's just like that, Ajahn. Okay. So don't get too It's nothing to do with you. It's just me. I'm on a diet right now. I want to get lean. Next year I will hook by crook. If I have to suffer a little bit, I'll do what I have to do lah. Okay. Anyway, And the reason why Ajahn does not have really a lot of... Ajahn has a lot of devotees, no doubt, but a lot of people give up on Ajahn Nick because he is very conservative, and that's good. He's very careful. You can't buy Ajahn Nick. That's why I respect him so much. He treats everybody the same regardless. And I know, and I'm the kind of guy, right, if somebody helps me out and to show my appreciation, I will rant on about it, man, non-stop until the message gets across to everybody. It's my view. If you don't agree with me, fine. You know, and I know that when you know, humans get jealous very easily. I mean, there's no need for that, guys, really. You know, I talk good about Ajahn. It's my view. You don't have to agree with it. If you're not happy with it, fine. You know, you don't have to accept it. Yeah. But Ajahn Nick, to me, is a great Ajahn. He's very humble and low profile and treats everybody the same regardless. Okay? And that's how a true Ajahn should be. Okay, where's the signal? Because my Sonata, right, the white one, the signal lights, like, the signal is here, the black one is here. I always get confused sometimes. Okay. Alright, I can go now. Yeah. So almost at the gym. So this is just to remind you guys, if you really want to learn Ngan, this is my point of view, my view, because Ajahn Nick is my master. You can contact him at Region Thai Artifact at Golden Mile Complex. Okay. No offense to all my other friends who are Pragyan enthusiasts and other Ajahn Pragyan masters. We're still friends, but I'm just speaking on behalf of my master Ajahn Nick. Okay, all right. So, and for those of you who agree with me, or you want to give it a try, and no one's helping you, you can seek him at Region Thai Artifact. If you need the contact number for Region Thai Artifact, you can very easily find it on Facebook. Okay, Regent Thai Artifact. Yeah, just Ajahn is usually very super busy, but the good thing about him is he always makes time makes time for everyone. And he's been working Sakyans and everything, traveling non-stop since last year. I told him, get your ass to Kuching and have a break in July, right? And Ajahn, don't forget, save me one each of all your latest rupes for my collection, please. Okay. All right. And for everybody else out there, I hope this short video will help you to have a better understanding of what Pragyan is, one step at a time. Okay. Yeah, have a great evening ahead, and I hope this clears up a few things about Pragyan. Don't believe everything you read on the internet, please. Anyone can post bullshit online, so yeah, and either people don't know and they simply say stuff, or they usually or they don't teach. They don't teach you. It's just like that. Okay. Yeah, I gotta go now. Signing off. Have a great evening, and till the next video blog. See yas.